floors before you start washing the bathroom. Behind things, I usually roll the bathroom all the way behind here. And then under, like, the vanity, all the way. After you're done, you're gonna wash. I like to use this one, has bleach in it. Oh, these gloves are terrible. And because it takes care of any kind of mold. We're in a humid environment in the Fraser Valley, so mold tends to grow easily in wet, damp spaces, damp, warm spaces. So I like to spray the base where the grout line meets the tile in my shower with this. And I just go along and I spray all along. So I'll spray the entire thing and then I'll come back and wash it. I'm not going to spray too much because my pants. Okay. And always be careful with bleach because it will stain, or it will take the color out, I should say, of dark towels and things. So make sure.
And bath mats.
And bath mats.
I've ruined many of my own.
Yeah, so be really careful with the bleach. I tend not to use it too much, but I do like it in the shower, or it will start to get black or pink. Although the pink you can scrub off, but the black one tends to, you need to have the bleach. So I'll put this away for now. To clean out the toilet bowl, and I'm going to use a natural toilet bowl cleaner. So this is like a sodium bicarbonate and some essential oils, and then I will chase it with some cleaning vinegar. And you get like, when you did those volcano science experiments in school. So you just put like a couple scoops in here. And then this in there, a bit of that, and start to fizz up there. I'll just take my toilet brush, and you'll want to go right up into the underneath the rim of the toilet. Make sure you're getting right down. This is fun on a Friday night, hey? Okay, I don't want to get that on me, so I'll put it over here. And I'll just like that. a bucket here, but I'm going to start on this area of the bathroom. I don't know where my other blocks went. These are not mine. I have pink ones and I don't know where they are. Alright, so this, I'm using some Dawn soap here. Sometimes I have a shower, actually I have a shower spray that I would spray on here and some of this porcelain cleaner. Okay, and so maybe I want to use that here. And I'm going to start with the mirrors. There. And take some soapy water and just wash the mirrors without like getting them so wet that it goes into the frame. I thought that may be a bit too wet. So after I've washed the mirror with soapy water, wash the mirror, wash all behind the tap on the wall. I'll come back to that. And then polish with, I'm going to use invisible glass. You can use Windex. And then I'm going to use a microfiber. Okay, and just polish it. And then, I'll just do what I usually do. Usually I go over here as well. Wipe down the mirrors, like the whole thing, the back as well, and underneath, and the countertops.
So moving things off the counter, getting underneath, and similar to in the kitchen, we are cleaning things first with Dawn dish soap and water before sanitizing, polishing, etc.
And then also going to wipe down the cupboards. Okay, and then I'm going to come back and dry and polish. So polishing and drying the mirror, and I usually hit the top of this because it gets dusty. And dry underneath things. And you know, you can dust quickly some things like as well. And dry off the fronts of the handles here. And I'm also going to be looking for water dripping like from the condensation from the hot showers. And maybe I need my step stool to go right up to the top sometimes, but maybe I just go like, if I see some, I'll wipe that off. And I'm wiping the counters. And same thing here along the fronts of the cabinets and the handles. Like that. Move my stuff around. The soap containers, you're gonna wanna clean those off. Always think about the back behind the sink that gets splashed. And sometimes you might want to take a little brush behind, around the flange. I won't do that today, but if you could. This one here. Okay, so that is the sink. And then just let that water out. Make sure you clean under the handle, under the tap. about the drain, clean that out. Okay, and then you're gonna polish your taps. So probably before I got rid of that water, I would also dust off these areas. Kind of my routine here. Dry any drips, polish the handles, dry this off. And then I'm gonna, usually we say we start left to right, but I'm going to also dust these little areas off. And just try to put it back kind of nicely. So I would go along with my microfiber, like you don't want to get too much water, just like dust this off. I get my step ladder once in a while and go on the top there too, and underneath. And then you're also going to want to, you know, like wipe off things like scales. And then for the, do you want to do the tub as well?
I think it's
What's that?
similar to a sink.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll move on to the shower. So for the shower, because it doesn't have a handle that comes off, I fill a bucket with water. I'm gonna get some soapy water here. Look down. It's kind of watered down, so it looks like I'm using probably more than I am. And then I'm gonna start on the outside, and with soapy water, I'm just gonna wash the shower glass. So it's gonna look kind of soapy here. Okay, and I just wanna get right all along. Right along the floor as well. Floor. And then you always want to wash and disinfect before you polish. So we're in the scrubbing and washing and disinfecting phase. I've got the bleach spray in the shower that I'm starting with the glass here and then making my way into the shower. Because I'm going to, at the very end, polish the glass. Don't forget to wipe the tile as you go. Oh, there's a piece of- Okay, and then, you know, get in the shower. I like to have something to stand on. I'm gonna use these little pads here. And again, I'm gonna wash the glass. And as I'm going to wash the tile. And then I won't get into this, but you're gonna take the bottles, wipe them, clean this. Okay, I won't get into this detail right now, but unless you want me to.
No, I think That is straightforward. Clean the bottles, align them beautifully.
Yeah. And I kind of just go, you know, it's more efficient if you're, as you crouch down to get as far as you can reach at the same time. This is the scrubbing phase. You may want to get a brush in the corners. For the purpose of this video, I'm just using this for now. And maybe some of that cream cleanser for the shower base. And just go along, wiping. Scared to get that on the pants. Slow so I don't splash. Can you pass me that cream cleanser? Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this just on the base because I find you need a little bit of abrasive elbow grease on the bases sometimes. And then, you know, you would pull up the shower thing or the drain and clean that thing too. And make sure you get all along the ridges, like you want to clean every area of the base. Cleaning, still cleaning. Okay, so we're finished the scrubbing, disinfecting. I'm just going to move this over here for a minute. Now I'm going to come in and dry and polish. So I'm going to take my glass cleaner polish and just give it a spray on the glass, both sides. And then I'm going to grab these two microfiber cloths and polish. So right to the top. And now I'm going to go in the shower. Again, I'm going to use these so I don't have to stand in the wet floor. Finish drying your glass. And, oops, you want to polish. And I would have cleaned this as well. So you're going to polish your fixtures. And keep working your way down here. And dry, get the creases dry. Any obvious kind of suds. Give it a quick dry. This is to make sure that, you know, no little soap or hairs are left behind. And you also want to, you know, keep it dry so that it doesn't sit there getting moisture.
Beautiful.
How's that look?
to shower.